This video here of mine, it's basically going to be about really, I guess, how mankind in a lot of ways kind of dropped the ball just on a lot of things. But I mean, mankind dropped the ball on quite a lot of things. But one thing I'll really say they dropped the ball on, we dropped the ball on, is just not doing enough, I suppose, to uncover the truths of the world that God had placed us on. And, I say that to say this, there's been a lot of, I've been into conspiracy theories hardcore since maybe middle school, maybe even elementary school to a degree, but middle school, hardcore. I remember going to like Above Top Secret when I was in middle school, like way back in like 2004, 2003. That's when I really started getting into conspiracy theories. The Iraq War and what was it for, and aliens and all that. I've already talked about that before, but basically what I'm saying is a lot of those conspiracies, they're the same old, like, oh, the CIA, they killed Kennedy, the CIA, they killed Martin Luther King, and all that kind of stuff. But man, that's not how the world is. Basically, those type of conspiracy theories is telling us how the script went, but it's not telling us really how the world is. And the real method of the world is that almost everything is scripted. Because a lot of people are not actually human. And they have these assignments to do these crazy things, and they do them. And real humans, they see it and they freak out. And so really, the CIA, I mean, maybe they did kill Kennedy, but it didn't matter because Kennedy was a clone. He knew he was going to get killed. It didn't matter. Some fallen angel was Kennedy, and after he got killed in Kennedy's clone body, he just went and became someone else. Okay? It's the same as Martin Luther King and a lot of these other guys. Alright? They're not really human, okay? They're clones, and they enact all these different type of things. Now, in the last, I would say, hardcore, in the last 5 years or so, there's been a lot of really hardcore truths dropping about the real nature of our world and how scripted it is. It really started to drop with like Sandy Hook and all that. I mean, to a degree, it started to drop with 9/11, but certainly with Sandy Hook, you began to hear people talk about how a lot of these events are scripted and they have actors. And the thing you got to understand is these crisis actors, they're really like clones. Okay, you can't be a real human and like apply to be a crisis actor or something. Like, it doesn't work like that. I mean, you think these are just normal people? No, these are not normal people. These are like creatures. They're clones, okay? They're demons and fallen angels in clone bodies. How do I know that? Because these clones are also transsexual. Every crisis actor you see will also be a tranny, okay? So there's that. But it started with the whole, crisis actors and all that kind of thing. And then from there, it went on to like the flat earth dropping around like 2014. And then after that, it was, it was these clones, okay? Around 2015, around 2014, 13 or whatever, the whole, Julia Roberts saying, Michelle Obama was a tranny came out. And when that came out, it was meant to come out. And it was also meant to come out like that because it was meant to be divisive. You had, a lot of white people running around calling Michelle Obama a tranny. And she was a tranny. But you had black people running around being all, defensive about it because, they promote all of these gross black trannies in the media as the picture of black womanhood. And black people just feel like constantly victimized and under a psyop assault. And they are. And, then you had all these white people coming around calling Michelle Obama a tranny. And even though she was a tranny, you had black people rushing to the defense of her because, they're just used to being, crapped on so much. And the fact that, it's coming from white people just only added to it. And in reality, Joan Rivers herself is a tranny, right? So, you had that whole thing coming about. And then, in the last, really ever since YouTube came out, but ever since like the last 5 years, but even to a degree within the last, 50 to 100 years, you have this idea keeping to pop up over and over again that, the real Hebrews were black. And so you have that kind of truth coming out. And, this isn't the video for that. If you're a, non-black Gentile and that kind of burns you, it's just something you need to look into. It's something you need to fast and pray about. But, this video is not even about all that. But, stop sign. So then, So then, in addition to the whole that thing, you had this transvestigation thing blowing up around 2015, 2017.